is Annalisa Powell. I'm a flute player and I'm a full-time musician in Brazil. I've been living here for 7 years, but I'm from Perth, Australia. I play the transversal flute, I play the piccolo. I am a classically trained musician, and so I do play classical music, but I mainly work with popular music nowadays, being Brazilian popular music. We have a genre called choro, which is basically the equivalent to jazz. It's like Brazilian jazz. I play a lot of samba as well, and I play some flamenco. So yeah, mainly Latino popular music. Bon Iver I like to listen to wind down. Björk, I like Sigur Rós, you know. I like music from Iceland actually. But yeah, I have a very eclectic taste, so it just depends what I'm feeling like at that moment. R&B sometimes, soul. Well, I think it's always been in my blood. It's always been kind of natural to be a musician, because I come from a musical family. My mum, she was a musician all of her life, in a kind of amateur context, but very involved, playing in church and, you know, all that kind of stuff. My grandfather was a conductor. He played double bass and played brass instruments and piano. And my older sister, she's a classical pianist. My brother is a trumpet player. He's a director of music. I remember actually when I was about, I think I was about 13 or 14. 13 I think, and I remember seeing a concert. I distinctly remember seeing a flute choir play, and I thought, my God, like it was like an out-of-body experience. Perhaps it was the first time I'd been to a concert and really heard something that was truly transcendent, you know, like, wow, this is unreal, you know. So that gave me an extra thirst to be a musician. Called Antonio Rocha, and he's my teacher. I call him my teacher, you know. I always go to him for advice and listen to his sound and try and copy him. And obviously I have my own style. Yes, I don't want to be a copycat of him, but I really admire him. The people who inspire me the most, to be quite honest, are my own colleagues, my own friends, the people that I work with, people that I play with. I'll give you an example. He's actually a close friend of mine, super close friend from uni, who I lived with at uni. She's a flute player. She also coincidentally got into playing Brazilian music, and she lives in Melbourne. And you know, she's someone who came from the same place as me. We had the same basis. We studied at the same place, and she just plays so beautifully that it inspires me. Asha Henfrey. The fact that you can live in a creative headspace, that you can remain in that headspace, I think, throughout the day. It's not something you have to switch off. I have a deep need to express myself, but I can't do it all that well with words. So being a musician allows me to put those things into sound. I like adventure. I don't really like routine. I'm not a routine kind of person. And I like to be in new environments with new people or with different people. I just don't think I would be this happy if I had a, normal job. A real highlight for me was the first time I was able to play at the Royal Albert Hall in London. I'd been there a lot of times. I'd seen it on TV and seen it in DVDs. And when I first got called to play there in an orchestra, I was so excited. I couldn't believe it. And other than that, I've had some really rewarding experiences performing along people that I, admire so much. My own references. In Brazil, it's quite common to do that. To share the stage with people that are way better than you. For example, it's part of the culture, to share these musical experiences. It's kind of like the one thing that I have that I can count on, Music's always going to be there for you, always. It's not easy, I'll say that. I'm pretty desperate to go out. It's quite sunny today. I'd love to be at the beach, but that's not an option. I'm focusing on various projects. I have a great privilege to live with musicians. There's 4 of us here. We all play instruments that go well together. We have a guitarist, and a cavaquinho player, a percussionist, and I play flute, so that's perfect for samba and stuff like that. Yeah, we've been rehearsing a lot, we've been preparing live shows, we've been doing arrangements and writing music. So that's been excellent, that's been really great, and that's helping pass the time and give us some focus and direction. I've been doing a lot of collaborations as well with friends from all around the world. I've only had one day that I've gone on Netflix, so yeah, I've been focused. I never ever had a teacher say, oh, pop something on the radio and just play along. I never had that. I never took my flute and just tried to figure out something and tried to figure out a song that was in my head, or I never tried to improvise. I never tried to make up songs on the flute, and this playful element is vital. You can get by to a certain point if you go down the route that I did with classical music, just reading music. I could play a lot of very difficult, technically difficult music, but I couldn't do basic of play by ear. So what I do nowadays is what I should have been doing when I was younger, and that's just, pop anything on, anything. Sometimes I pop like hip hop or 90s music or anything on the computer and just play along, start improvising, just play. Need to navigate the harmony. I think this is what I would say. It's my biggest piece of advice. Play with your instrument, enjoy your instrument, and explore the possibilities.